Hello, my YouTube subscribers and my friends to be. I am your host, Josie Latimer, coming to you once again with this horrific story, which is the exact similar copycat to the Malia Davis story. It is a copycat of the Derion Vence and Brittany Bowens and CPS story. Can you guys believe that? And if you look at some of my videos early on, I did tell you that there were many copycats going around. And this was the main copycat right here. This guy named Cedric Johnson killed this little baby, and his name was Cedric Jackson. Their names were similar, spelled different. Cedric Johnson, the aunt's boyfriend of the baby's mother, killed this little baby because of the fact that he made a mess with ketchup packages. Well, hell, I make a mess all the time with ketchup packages. Haven't you ever, tried to open up one and sometimes the ketchup squirts everywhere? Even adults. And look at this big man, and he said he swaddled him and he restricted him to the floor. I mean, who in the hell is he to even be spanking somebody else's child in the first place? Now, here it goes again. Copycats of Derion Vence and Brittany Bowens. The can of worms opened when Malia Davis was allegedly killed by her parents and her stepfather. We know he hasn't been charged. However, he did discard her body, or maybe he didn't discard her body. We just saw him walking out with it, right? Because he has not been charged with the murder, but he has something to do with the murder and also that disappearance of her. Quite sure family members helped him, and that's why the investigation is going on. Now, in this case, I remember getting this big loud beep on my phone, and this happened in, I think, Fort Worth, Dallas, Texas area. And I was like, oh God, don't tell me another baby is missing again? Again? When we're still dealing with the Malia Davis justice for Malia? Look at this innocent little boy who this big man restricted and swaddled. He probably didn't swaddle him. He probably punched him. That is horrific. And CPS gave, just like Malia, carbon copy of this story, just like Malia, they gave Malia to the hands of the abuser. It wasn't CPS, it was the judge that allowed her, and also the judge, because it has to be handed to the judge before these kids are released to these monsters. The judge released these kids, and this happened again to this little baby. And another carbon copycat of it is that he took him to a dumpster, similar to when Derion Vence and Brittany Bowens had that baby in a garbage bag. Allegedly Brittany Bowens knew about it, but we know for sure that Derion Vence, because he admitted to it, which nobody believes him, packed that baby out in a garbage bag like she was a piece of trash. And this scumbag did the same thing to this baby, except for he dumped it in a dumpster. How cold can you be? This is the copycat of Derion Vence and Brittany Bowens, as well as it's the same similar case with CPS, giving this kid over to the abuser when they're thinking that they're helping him because the mother, they took him from the mother and gave him to the mother's, to the aunt. His mother's sister. This innocent little boy was in the hands of his aunt and her boyfriend, just like Derion Vence was Brittany's boyfriend, killed allegedly Malia, and he admitted to killing this baby here. Cedric Jackson, 18 months old. Oh my God. This stuff has to stop, you guys. And he is 27 years old, the aunt's boyfriend. Unbelievable. It's horrible. It's horrible. And then also he had left his other baby. He already had charges against him for leaving, I think it was a 4-month-old baby, and he went to the store. And he's going to leave his baby, 4-month-old baby, alone to go to the store? This stuff is so crazy, you guys. But I do recall, and this was an Amber Alert everywhere. It was, I mean, my phone was going off like you would not believe, and it was this little boy. I would not have expected it to be him or any kid, but it hurts me so bad. And I'm just so tired of being hurt with these adults killing these babies. As I said previous in my other interview, in my other videos, I said, wow, we won't have no kids of the future because they're killing all of our babies. This has to stop. This has to stop. The copycat of Derion Vence and Brittany Bowens, if you really look back at my videos, right after Malia, and I have a lot of stories on my previous videos where like little Noah, they found him in somewhere in NASA plant. The woman in Atascocita, they found her son in a lake when she lied. The girl that tried to smother the little 4-month-old baby here in Houston. People are just, and the woman in New York that strangled her kids. These are our kids of tomorrow. And they're killing them off like flies. What are we going to do to stop this madness out here, you guys? Carbon copies. When one person do it, the other person, and this man was really a carbon copy. I mean, he took the baby and treated him like he was trash, just like Derion Vence did Malia Davis. Like they're a piece of trash. That is horrible. They should pay. And CPS better take a closer look at these people. You know, I know the aunt is probably devastated, but if she had any inkling that this man was cruel, she shouldn't even had him around. First of all, I would have told him, look, these kids are in my care. This baby's in my care. Don't ever whip my kids. Don't ever touch my kids. I handle that. Over ketchup? And you know the little packets? Over packets saying he was making a mess. Well, he's only a baby. He shouldn't have been even trying to open the packages. This man is mean. You could tell by his mouth. It's so tight. It's tight. This man has a problem. So what do you guys think about these people killing up our beautiful babies of tomorrow? This copycat stuff has to stop. And this happened in Fort Worth, Dallas, Texas area. And at least we have our killer. Now, in this case, we know that he killed the baby because he admitted it. He admitted to killing this baby right off. It's not like they had to wait to find out like the Derion Vence case. Derion Vence lied at first, remember? Oh, the Mexicans took me off. Oh, they kept me and they took Malia and all of those lies. But with this man, he's grass. He's grass, straight up. And so I know that aunt probably feel devastated because of the fact she could have been in love with this murderer. I mean, for him to actually look how big his neck is. And look at this little baby. His neck is big as that baby's body. He swaddled him. No, he didn't swaddle him. He beat him over ketchup. How disgusting. But anyway, you know, I'm just, I'm sorry, you guys. This just really got me. Especially when I found out it was over little packages of ketchup. They didn't even say a ketchup bottle. It was those little packages that you can get free from the store. I mean, from a restaurant, how they give you the little packages. And oftentimes I'll open up those packages and that stuff just squirts everywhere. I've made a mess. I've made a big mess with those packages. You know, you may have on a white outfit and you open it up to put it on some French fries and the stuff squirts everywhere. And you're going to be, oh, this baby here trying to open up a package and the big dummy beat the baby because he couldn't probably open the package, or when he probably tried to bite the package open, the little baby, and it probably just went everywhere. Copycats, copycats, copycats. The copycat of Derion Vence and Brittany Bowens and CPS. This is the same similar story, you guys. Let me know what you think and what can we do to stop these idiots? What can we do? What can we do? Is it a mental problem? Are these mistakes? I mean, it just seems like it's copycat. It's like he probably felt like, well, if he did it, so can I. That's ridiculous. Because after hearing a case worldwide like Malia Davis' story, look like these stepfathers, boyfriends should be more careful with knowing what's going on with the Malia Davis story. It hit worldwide. And to come behind and do the same stuff when CPS, kids that are abused, somehow other people get a hold of them and they abuse them too. When CPS give these kids over to other people and these people know these kids came from an abuse, somehow they get abused over and over and over until someone kills them. So CPS needs to, somebody needs to check into them because this is ridiculous and it has to stop. It has to stop. Maybe CPS should have facilities of their own and have cameras in the facilities when these people are keeping these kids. Or if I was CPS, I would make sure cameras are all with the babies everywhere they go. It seems like that's the only way you're going to stop them is to have a camera on these kids now. Seems like it. The poor kids can't even be free anymore. They got to come up with something. Just like with the cops. Remember when they had to start using that camera? Because everybody was complaining about how they were abusing our African-American men. Well, they're going to have to come up with something with these babies such as that. Let me know what you think and what can we do to stop these copycats from killing our babies. I'm going to end my show with that. And please leave a comment because this stuff is getting out of hand, you guys. I thank all of you for subscribing to me. And oh my God. But every time I get a story, I bring it to you. I'm quite sure you probably heard of this one because everybody got that loud Amber Alert. But I just would have wanted them to have found that child. They found this baby, but they found him in a dumpster. They're treating them like trash, you guys. The nerve to put a baby in a dumpster or a garbage bag and throw them away like they're nothing but a piece of trash. How would they have liked if someone would have done them like that? If their mother would have given them away or possibly killed them and then they wouldn't have been here to kill anybody else. It's ridiculous. Thank you for listening to my commentary tonight regarding this little 18-month-old baby boy. And his name was Cedric Jackson. And this monster, Cedric Johnson, has to pay for what he did. Click like, share, and subscribe, and I'll be coming back with more from Celebrity and Variety Talk. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.